Hello, everybody. Meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you. We're going to take a quick look at your weather as you're getting ready to head out for the weekend. It's 4:45 and things are looking pretty alive with our weather, but we do have some snow out there showing up on the radar of the latest, and what you can expect is some chill set to take hold. A holiday travelcast update begins right now.
Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
All right, we're going to get started with what's going on absolutely right now across the area. In northeast parts of Montana, we do have some snow showers developing out there, and the roads are getting a little dicey in places as we take you in just a little bit closer. We had a batch of snow showers work their way over portions of the northern valley. Those are exiting out to the east of Rainy Lake right now, really well out of our area, and things here very quiet with regards to that. Now, here's a quick look at what this system out in Montana is doing, and then we'll show you your forecast as we take a look at some DOT cameras out there in the big sky country of Montana. Clear to see some of the impacts from this particular system. So as we zoom in just a little bit, let me take a look here into the area. Let me get the right content. Here we go. All right, there we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is take a look at the DOT cam out in Montana, and then we'll get going into our neck of the woods. This is northeast Montana. And these showers are north of you folks in the areas like Scobie, areas like Plentywood that's off to the west of you. And we're not seeing a lot right here on this particular view of snowfall that's new, making its way through the area. Now let's take a look right here. South of Scobie, let me look over here, north of, here it is, St. Marie. Okay, so we definitely have some snow finally starting to saturate the lower atmosphere out here. And what you're looking at there is it's covering the roadways. This is on Montana Highway 24, basically in the northeastern quadrant of the state. And not everyone is seeing this as we head into the evening hours, though that's going to slowly be driving its way off to the east. Now, as is always the case on Hutch's Weather, you help make the weather by letting me know what kind of questions that you may have with regard. So I'll be keeping track on that as you check in. Mike, thanks for watching. Hope no snow Saturday for the basketball tournament. Doesn't it always seem like that happens? Good evening, Tracy. Good to have you on board as well. All right, let's get started with a look at the hour-by-hour forecast with this. But there's a hint. I got to tell you, there's a big-time hint about something I want to share right now. This is really one of the headlines, and that's this Arctic blast. Black Friday blues, folks. I'll be singing the Black Friday blues. Look at the cold air. An Arctic blast focusing on the Dakotas as we close out Thanksgiving. Homebound travelers, be advised, you'll want those survival kits in your vehicle. Check out how deep the cold air goes. Where the blue is here, freezing air might make its way all the way down into the heart of Texas and Oklahoma. So that's what's coming in that general direction, now our direction. Now let's take a look at our regional forecast for tonight. What's going on with that snow out to the west? Let's get the latest for you right now. Here is the hour-by-hour forecast, and for that we're going to tune into this model that just shows us what's going on overnight. For us, we'll have quiet winds here in the overnight hours. Notice a couple of snow showers start to fall apart as we look out into the oil patch out there near Sydney and off into the Williston area. So I can't rule out a dusting, but it does not look like that system holds any promise at all. Now, what about the longer range forecast? To do that, let's take a look at more of a USA view on this model. Let me go ahead and open that back up. We'll take a look right here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is look at another model that goes out just a little bit farther, because we're going to need to rely on one that goes out more than 24 hours here to see what the weekend has in store for us. Here we go. This model is going to show us the picture of tonight's snow showers. Now, this is showing a little different picture here. It's falling apart, though, and drying up. A little wave of snow working its way through with an upper level system crossing across the region. So a dash of snow heading into your Saturday morning. Here's sunrise at about 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Very light winds and a cold core moving right here. North wind, not too strong, but the north wind nonetheless keeping us on the cool side here across the valley and into Minnesota. No significant precipitation expected from that there system. Now, as we go into the middle of the day on Saturday and toward the evening, we'll start to see a south wind forming in our western North Dakota counties. Here in the valley, we stay with that high pressure system, and that's a weak north wind or a shifting of the winds to easterly and eventually southerly. So light winds tomorrow, unbalmy temperatures. And then tomorrow night, we'll start to see the increase in clouds and the increase in snow shower chances as we go into Sunday to Monday. Look at this. Mainly up to the north is what we're looking at, but there will be a shot chance as we go into Monday in the southern counties. So we'll leave that in the planning forecast as well. So that's what you need to know there. Now let's take a look at what we have going on with our temperatures here in the valley for the overnight. Let's start with Hutch's forecast, shall we? Okay, that's what I like to start with. I don't want to start with those other folks' forecast. How about this? 21 Grand Forks in the morning. I've got 15 for Fargo Moorhead, 18 Fergus Falls. We're going to be in the teens here with a little bit of snow on the ground and that high pressure system providing clear skies and some ample cooling in spots. Now, as we look off to the east, 19 Bemidji, 22 to start your day up in War Road. No snow on the ground up there for most of you. Out in the west, wow, those south winds keeping things a little milder and a few clouds out there as well with that little chance of some snow across the oil patch, and that's it for the west. Now, as we look at temperatures tomorrow, look at the heat is on down in the Black Hills. We're talking some 50s there, but it quickly drops off by the time you get to Buffalo, South Dakota, and say areas here near Belle Fourche will be dipping down, not dripping down, into the 30s there. So that's a look at that. North winds here in the valley, 6 to 15 miles per hour. A few late clouds drifting in with that light snow shower chance as we go through. Very late Saturday night, that's when the main weather event that skirts along the international border will be here. Hi, Angel. Good to have you on from north. Up north in Badger. I thought you said North Badger. Maybe they're adding on to the community there. Thank you very much for tuning in. Now I'll look at your planning forecast. Here is what you need to know. I've been talking about an Arctic blast for the better part of a week, and that's in the forecast. But between now and then, the weekend looks like a few chances of light snow showers, nothing significant accumulation-wise, maybe an inch or so, the way Hutch is looking at it. I'll tear that apart tonight on the evening broadcast, and I'll keep my eyes on it for you. I'm watching it over the weekend as well. Now, next week, we cool off. Look at this, falling temperatures out here as we go through Monday from 25 in the morning down to around 21 degrees as we go through. And then after that, it's cold on Tuesday as well. Now, here is a look at what's going on. Oh my goodness. This is where the Arctic chill takes hold, right? So as we go into our Thanksgiving celebrations here, a flurry can't be ruled out because we're having Arctic air punching down. And oftentimes that's what happens. We get those ice crystal type flurries, and we're going down from Thanksgiving morning from 17 down to 13, down to 1 below. Oh no. Well, at least if you set the leftovers out on the deck, we're good to go unless you have raccoon problems and such. That's a look at your forecast. I am meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Look for a video with a little bit more in-depth look at the cold air taking hold coming out shortly, and we'll look a little bit farther ahead as well as we take a look tonight at the around the 9 o'clock time frame as well. We'll take a look at your holiday travel forecast for the region. But for now, meteorologist Hutch Johnson saying thanks to all who have shared pictures on hutchesweather.com. Hutchesweather.com, no matter where you are and when you're there, a great place for you to check out the weather and also road conditions. Links are there on the top bar. Look for the links for road conditions. If you have travel, it's better to know before you go. Have a wonderful late evening, and we'll talk again in